Am I live? There's still new things I need to figure out about this EV Mux thing. Like I couldn't do the start countdown or whatever it was. Okay, so it looks like I am live. I can see myself on a second computer there. So good morning, everyone. How's it going? And why is it that I see this. I want to have this there. So yes, I am live. Don't be shy. I'm just doing some tests. So the chat should be appearing right up here, but it's not. When I click on it, I see it. But as soon as I click transition and it's not going. So I need to figure it out. If there's anyone in the chat that knows how this thing works, live preview. Okay, so if I do this, no, why? Affecting only on your end. I want the chat there. When I click transition, it's not going. What is wrong? It's supposed to be there and it's not working. Testing. So, yeah, right here, you should have the chat. And it's not showing. Why is it not showing? Scott, help me. I don't want it removed from scene. I want it. Well, it doesn't look like anyone's coming on to my live stream anyway. Let me share this first. Because I haven't been live in like 3 weeks. Unfortunately, it's simply because I was really busy. Let's see if someone joins. I want to try it out. Come on, transition. It's supposed to go there. Chat box transition. Oh. Okay. So if I do this, at least now the chat is there. I have no idea what I did, but it's working. Okay, let me share this somewhere else. The fact that I didn't go live for a little while, I guess people tend to stop coming and stop watching, which is one of the reasons why we have to stay consistent. Super barbecue, what? Let me share this here and see if people join. Post. That's why I clicked post the first time, because I wanted you to post. Good morning, Karen. How's it going? I didn't think people would see the live stream for some reason. He's kind of right. Let me just finish this here. Alright. That must be cool going to Alaska. I got some friends heading over to Alaska. Just popped on your feed. Awesome. Comments. So I can still show them here. Alright. I clicked to hide it like this. Okay. I still have a few things to figure out about EV Mux, but at least it's not going to cost me $40, $45 per month like StreamYard wanted. StreamYard was getting out of hands with the cost of their service now. So, what's happened in the last 3 weeks since last time I was on a live stream? Well, you saw some of my videos where I went fishing a lot. Last weekend, was it last weekend or the weekend before? Yeah, I think it was last weekend. I took Friday off to go fishing with my daughter because we wanted to sleep. Recording stuff for free plan, and I wanted to go camping at Mount Carlton, which is a provincial park in the province of New Brunswick, and it was gorgeous. The mountains, that is the highest mountain in New Brunswick, but we didn't get to see the mountain because there's a lot of mountains that are pretty close to that one, and they ended up being in our faces the whole weekend. So we didn't get to see the Mount Carlton per se, but we went to the campground. I was supposed to work Friday and not work on Sunday, but they were looking for someone to fill in on Sunday, and they were offering that day as overtime. So figured, I'll take the day as overtime, and I took the day off on Friday as vacation. So I ended up working 5 days a week anyway, a weekend, except that one of those days where I worked them at like $46 an hour instead of $30, which is pretty cool. It's gonna be a little better in my bank account. And one of the reasons why I had to go Friday and come back on Saturday instead of just leaving Saturday morning is because the campground was full. This is about an hour and a half away from my place, and I didn't even know this place was this gorgeous. Like, I knew there was a campground there. I knew there was a park. But last time I went there, I was 4 years old. And a lot of things changed in the last 38 years. Let's just put it this way. Well, first of all, from what I remembered, there was like a few campsites in the woods, but it was just like mostly like going in a circle like this and coming back out. And there was a little tiny wharf that people would load their boat of, and um, that was it. So our plan was to leave early in the morning, so Friday morning, go fish at the Upsalquitch Lake, which is near Bathurst. Um, so it was about an hour and 15 minutes away from here, driving through the woods. So we could have gone the other way around, which would have taken us like an hour and 45 minutes. But we really wanted to explore, like go through the woods. I wanted to take my time, and it was an hour and 15 minutes on the dirt road, which was saving us some time. And my daughter's never really been right through, and it was a way to see different things for her as well. So we left early Friday morning. We went to the Upsalquitch Lake. The lake, I feel like it didn't change much. Once again, this is a lake that I also was there when I was young, but I think I was 8 years old when I was there last. So that would have been like in 1991, maybe 1992, like around those years, between 90 and 92. And I feel like nothing changed. When I got there, it's like I remembered the place. Um, the old wharf was basically destroyed, probably by um, hurricanes or heavy storms, or simply just the winter and the erosion of the water. But there's an old cabin there, and I feel like I remember this old cabin being there 30 some years ago. We went on the lake. That lake, when I was there last time as a kid, you could literally put your line in the water without even having a worm, and there was so much fish that would just boom. You'd see like um, almost like an explosion of fish going in after your line. This time it was different. My dad goes there like once a year. Unfortunately, he didn't tell me before I left where there was the most amount of trout. So it was in the owner corner, the only corner of the lake we didn't go. That would have been where most of the trout hang out, I guess. But we didn't catch anything there. We left around noon to go to the Mount Carlton. I had a reservation for a campground there, and one of the reasons why I took the spot that I took was because we were just a walk away from the lake, and fishing with our kayaks. It was like straight up. There was like a trail going straight to the lake. What we didn't expect when we got there was that the campground was just not one campground like I remembered from 30 some years ago, almost 40 years ago. It was multiple campgrounds. They all had different prices and different um, utilities. And we had to take the one we took because it was the only one available. It was a little bit more expensive. So basically, it was like double the price of the other one I wanted to take at first. But when we got there, first thing we did was we decided to go for a walk and see the lake. Wow, was it beautiful! I can't wait to show you the footage, those images. It's gonna be a long video. I'm sorry. You can fast forward if you want, but the images from that lake are simply like amazing. Went down the little hill, the little trail. There was another road that you could see on the right where there was like a parking lot, so people can just go in the provincial park for $10 per day per vehicle or something like that, and they have access to the whole provincial park. You can go hike. You can up the mountain. You can go hike in some of the trails and go see like the falls and stuff. And we went to see the falls. They're pretty amazing. But with me paying the campground, it was everything was included. I didn't need to pay like an extra $10. But the lake itself, it had a huge beach. The lake is like one of the biggest lake in the province. There was a huge beach. A lot of people were actually there swimming. Kids were swimming all over the place. There were a few people leaving on boats, but there's like a little safety net kind of, probably to stop like the bigger fish from crossing, but also to let the boats know not to cross this area. By the time we left after supper, most people were gone. Um, but we were able to leave with our kayak and just go over the little safety net because there wasn't that many people swimming when we left. We had to be careful on our way back, um, but it was just magnificent. We arrived there, started fishing around 4. We went precisely where the guy told us to go for trout and landlocked salmon. We didn't get a single bite. We were also looking for perch. We wanted to catch perch because this is something I've never eaten before, and I wanted to try it. So we went around not around the whole lake because I mean that would have taken us more than a day kayaking around the lake. But we went in a corner. It told us we crossed over to the other side. We were just in a little tiny piece of the lake. Um, Around 5:30, I'd say 5:30, 6 o'clock. My daughter's like, I think I got a bite. But I mean, we were fishing there since almost 4. There was no bite. I'm like, we probably got stuck at the bottom somehow. But I went next to her and started fishing as well, and I got a bite. And I told her, no, like you're right, it was a bite. And then we started catching perch. They were biting like crazy, one after another. They're just hard to hook and get out of the water. Like they're hard to catch, but they're biting a lot like crazy. You basically, as long as you had a little tiny piece of worm, they go after it. We ended up catching 5 each on that day. We were allowed 99 each per day, so that means there's a lot of them, and they're trying to get rid of them. And we also caught some fall fish that I used last night as bait for bass. We also caught some brown bullheads, which is in the family of catfish. We had no idea what kind of catfish it was. We had no idea if it was good or not, so we just let it go in the water. Um, but we read about it when we got home, and those fish actually have venom on one of their. They have like spikes on their back, and they can release venom. So it's a good thing they were disgusting and didn't want to touch them because it could have been, I not poisoned, but I could have been hurt by this venom. It's not deadly to humans, but it could have sting very bad. um, we caught some rainbow smelt, but they were so tiny we put them back in the water. I'm pretty sure I caught something that it was not a perch, but it was the same color, like a green about this big, shiny green. And from the species I read about that they have in the lake, I'm guessing it would have been a small, very very tiny smallmouth bass. Um, and then we went back to the campground. We cooked supper. We were sleeping in a tent. We're just hoping it would not get too cold because it was supposed to go down to -14. It was just my daughter and I. We ended up being okay. Um, we fished that morning. We went on the lake and fished again. We caught some more catfish. We caught one more, or two more. Um, yeah, two more perch each. Then we went to see the falls, which was pretty beautiful as well. Like it was gorgeous. There are nothing like big. It's not like Niagara Falls, obviously, but it was beautiful, and it was. Good morning, Scott. How's it going? There was a tree that had fallen next to the falls, and we walked right by, and it was like the color of the rock seemed odd to me. So I told my daughter, I said, "Let's go take a look at those rocks. They look like geodes. Is that what they call it in English? Geodes or geodes? Anyway, like the little rocks that could have like crystals inside." And we started looking and looking and looking, and then my daughter turned one around, and it was indeed full of crystals. So I don't even know if they know they have those there. Being a provincial park, maybe we were not allowed to be there. Um, but obviously, when we found it, like there was no way we were going to put it back. Um, and on our way back, when we left the campground, we decided to take the same route, go through the woods. Um, it was a little bit longer because we were at Mount Carlton, which is a little bit further. We could have taken the paved road and go towards St. Quentin, come back, but we really wanted to go fish again for trout because we didn't catch a single trout since we got there. We stopped at one of those little bogs on the side of well, it's kind of a highway, not a highway, but I mean, the speed limit is 90, so it's a straight road. Um, we stopped first stream. We got my daughter caught. Was it four trout, and I caught one. I let her fish first. Once she caught four, I said, "If you don't let me fish and you catch one more, you won't be allowed to fish anymore." So she's like, "Okay, well, take the line and try to catch some." So I caught one more, and then we left that place. We wanted to go try some other spots, and unfortunately, there was someone already fishing where I wanted to go. Um, there's a little stream, a little river. It doesn't have much water, but um, there used to be some pretty nice fish out there. Someone was already there, so we had to go a little bit further. Um, we ended up catching how many fish? I think it was like 6 trout total. And then um, I took my daughter like maybe 15 minutes from here. There's a little river where there's a lot of fossils. And she started looking around for fossils, and she found a bunch of them. Mostly like clam fossils, kind of. Nothing like, didn't find dinosaurs or anything, but still pretty cool to find. So that was a pretty amazing weekend that we got. Yeah, and you're right. Like a lot more and more people um, go camping, and I have everything set up, and I was all ready to go do some more camping this weekend. Um, Unfortunately, the woods are now off limit because, well, Friday morning where we went fishing, called the Upsalquitch Lake. Um, this is basically um, 5 minutes away from the Bathurst mines, and there was a forest fire in at the mines. Yes, the memories. She's gonna remember that weekend forever, probably, most likely. So when is it that you guys are leaving, Scott? This week, isn't it? Um, and because of everything being so dry, everything being so dangerous right now for forest fires. There's like 13 of them in New Brunswick alone. Well, that was last time I heard. Um, they closed access to the woods. So that means that we can no longer go trout fishing. We can no longer go camping in the woods. My parents have their trailer out there, and they can't go. They can't go camping. They can't even go get it. It's not allowed. Friday, awesome. You must be anxious. So I'll reach out to you on Tuesday, Scott, and deal with what I said I was going to send you. Yesterday we decided to go to the beach. I took those fall fish that I caught at the Mount Carlton and decided to go. I mean, they were dead and frozen, so I went to the beach, try to catch some bass. There was no mackerel, no bass, nothing. Although when we looked south, we saw the smoke. There was another forest fire out there, about maybe 30 minutes from our home. Good morning, Sarah. Crazy weather. Yeah, you guys safe? Are you safe where you are? I know there's a lot of forest fires going on. I'm upset more as we are flying Air Canada. So, where exactly are you leaving? Is it from Vancouver, or are you going more to the south? Um, so yeah, I remember Darren from Thorhaven Farm making a video about bug out bag. You know, how to stay prepared, how to stay prepared, how to prepare so that you're prepared in case of an emergency. If you have to leave your home for any reason, what do you want to bring? Have a backpack of some clothes and but as long as it was more to the south, even like, I mean, it sucks, really does, but we were safe up here. But now it's getting closer and closer, and people can actually see the flames from my village. That's how big the fire is. So today, I intend on packing a few things just in case we have to leave. Ottawa to Seattle, cool. It's not that bad. I mean, on a plane, it's pretty straightforward. I'm glad you're safe. There was someone talking to me from the Rishibuktu area, and she was like, "We have forest fires about 45 minutes south and 45 minutes north of us," and she didn't really not like the feeling. 7.4 hours. Oh, well, that is pretty big. The fire is, I heard people saying Jacket River and some people saying at the Charlotte camp. The Charlotte camp would be pretty much in line with Jacket River, I guess. Yeah, we're getting smoke here as well, um, but not from the fires south. The air quality is getting bad. Well, it was bad. I think it's getting better, but it was bad because of all the fires in Western Canada. and Quebec. Um, we're supposed to get rain today. Hopefully that helps a little bit, but we would need like a good week of heavy rain for everything to soak and be good. Um, but we are just a month away from the moose hunting season, and I don't know what's going to happen. If we don't get rain, people are not going to be able to go. People are going to get mad and angry, and people are going to get in trouble. It's going to get ugly. Um, this week, if things go according to plan, since we cannot go in the woods, I'm hoping to be able to go out um, on the seawater a little bit. There's a guy, Scott, from what I heard, um, Tyler's not doing um, tours anymore. I'll let you know in private what's going on, but I found another guy that's doing the same thing. Um, and I saw the prices. It's actually pretty cool. Um, it's a little bit more expensive. It's $100 per person, but he's really taking you out for like 1 full hour of mackerel fishing and 2 full hours of bass fishing after. And he also has this little like tinier cost where you can pay like $40. He takes you out on the island, so you can camp there, and he picks you up the next morning, which is pretty cool. Uh, I have all the equipment to also go camping in the woods in the winter now, so I'm hoping to be able to go out in the winter. Our nights are pretty cold. I mean, if you want to go camping in a tent, plus 12, plus 14 is pretty cold. It gets humid and you're freezing. But in the day, it goes up to 35, 36. It's dry. We don't have any rain. Usually from mid-June until mid-August is where we have actual summer weather. Lately, in the last couple of years, it seems like June, depending, it's one or the other. It's like the whole month is really, really hot, or the whole month is really, really cold. It's like no in between. Um, oh, what happened to my screen? It froze a little bit. My screen went off for some reason. I think it might be my webcam doing the problem, because I had the same problem on my other computer. Um, so yeah, the weather is really weird. Today's the only day that we're actually supposed to get a lot of rain in the last month and a half. When I was on vacation early July, it was supposed to rain all week, and we ended up not getting rain at all. Like, not at all. I was going to say I wanted to go lobster fishing next May. I was going to call him. Maybe by May, it'd be all right. But I'll let you know uh, in private. Yeah, it could be the Wi-Fi strength. Although usually I see a little picture of how far the signal is, but it seemed to be all right. Good morning, Dave. How's it going? But yeah, Tuesday, if things go well, if things go according to plan, we'll probably go fishing. It all depends on the tides, right? And right now the tides, well, yesterday the tides were high at 10 p.m., which means from around 7 to 10 it was good, but it gets later as the days go by. So by Tuesday, it's probably going to be high around 11. So it's going to be a matter of if the guy wants to go out or not. Tides.jc.ca. What? Okay, the map is kind of weird. I'm trying to see the water level here. Okay, let's see Dalhousie. View station data. Is there an easy way to share my screen? Let's see. You are sharing a screen without sharing your screen. The system sound, blah, blah, blah. So I think it's here that I have to do this. Let me put this here for a sec. Oh, even later. See, that's going to be a problem. We're not going to be able to go, probably. Because 1 p.m., I'm going to be at work. So, like, the best time to go fishing is if you have the high tides when the sun goes down. Sorry. So, Thursday, Friday. So Saturday, it'd be a good time to go fishing. On the 23rd. But I'm guessing by Monday or Tuesday of the following week, it's going to be prime. So it might be doable this weekend. It might be impossible on Tuesday. So we'll have to see what we can do. Oh man, this is late. What's going on? In the screen on that side, the preview or the live screen, it's like I wasn't even here when I removed the shared screen. It was weird. You saw me eating my muffin when I took it down, but I didn't take a bite of my muffin for like 5 minutes, which is really weird. So anyone has any good plan for the following week, except for Scott going on a cruise? Yeah, I know about the layers now. I kind of learned the hard way this morning. chat box was not showing up, and now it is. Um, my national exam, where I'll be going in Ottawa, is getting closer and closer, and I know Scott's not going to be home. I might be able to stop by on my way back though, because what I'm going to do is go at running it through the preset screen. Okay. I have editor on the left and live preview on the right. But what I see on live preview is what I see on my normal screen there. So yeah, when I go for my national exam, I'll be hopefully I'll be able to stop by, go have a beer with Darren on a Friday night. I'll be sleeping in my cousin's place, and then Saturday I'm leaving to go see Mike and Angie from Me and Your Acres. I'll be doing my exam on Sunday. Yeah, I'll have to dig a little bit more into it. It looks pretty cool. It's a lot cheaper than StreamYard for sure. I'll go do my exam on Sunday. Then I don't know what we're gonna do on Sunday night, but I know Mike and Angie are working on Monday, but they're working from home. My plan was to go fishing with Thomas from Life in the Valley. You can stay with me at the hotel. So you're not gonna be home. You're gonna be at the hotel. Because when you told me you were at the hotel, I was like, okay, well he's gone, so he's not gonna be home. But why would you sleep in the hotel in your own place? Um, but anyway, like I'll probably stop by and go see you. Well, most likely I'll stop by and go say hi for sure. But I thought, like in my mind, that you were not even going to be home. But yeah, Monday to Tuesday, my plan is to go fishing with Thomas. Then Wednesday is probably going to be the day that I stay and study as much as possible, because I have another exam on Thursday. And then when I'm done my exam on Thursday, depending on what time my exam is, I want to go towards Quebec, Montreal / Quebec again. And there's another guy there that said that we were going to go fishing. And he's on the Quebec side. I don't know exactly where. I know he's near Montreal. I asked him if he wanted to go fish for either pikes or walleye. I'm at a conference in Ottawa, 10 minutes from college. Okay. I thought you lived in Ottawa and that you were sleeping in a hotel meant that you were away from home. But well, we'll talk after. We'll talk for sure before you leave. Anyway, we'll get things sorted out. Yeah, I've never caught walleye. I've never caught pikes. So those are fish that I would love to get. I'm gonna have a fridge / cooler plugged in my vehicle when I drive. Although I know I have to unplug them when I arrive somewhere, but I can always take it out of the vehicle and plug it in house. So when I get to Mike and Angie's place, I can plug it inside the house somewhere, so that if I catch fish, I have a way to freeze it and take it back home. I'm gonna need to buy a fishing license in Ontario, and I'm gonna need to buy a fishing license in Quebec. I know in Quebec for one day it's like $15-20, and in Ontario I'll have to figure it out because I don't know. All right, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, Scott. and then I'm gonna come back home. So hopefully there's gonna be a lot of fun videos for you guys to come. Like Karen was saying, a lot of people seem to enjoy camping a lot more lately. So this is something I'm gonna try to do. All right, well, I gotta go. Um, Thanks for watching. Thank you everyone that was here, and I'll try to start my live streams on Fridays again. It's just been super busy lately. College, work. Um, we are at the end of some projects at work, and I have a lot of overtime, so my paycheck is getting bigger, which is good. All right, take care, everyone, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.